Hey everyone, so I got invited to this Gen Z TikTok Creator League. They actually have a following of over 3 to 4 million, so it's kind of crazy. But they keep on using all these words I don't understand, like chat, 6-7, gang, cooked, so I have to keep on looking stuff up. Anyways, I'm gonna run through who I drafted from picks rounds 1 through 10, and then at the end of the video, I'm gonna run through the entire draft board for all of them. Also, if you're new here, I'm Nathan, I'm a sports medicine physician, and what I do is I run through player injuries, I assess how long they'll be out for, and I kind of grade their risk in terms of how they should play throughout the season. Start off at pick 3. I ended up going with Bijan because someone at pick 2 took CMC. I like CMC, but I like him after pick 4 because of that injury risk for the Achilles tendonitis as well as that PCL injury. I'm not really worried about either of them overly, but to take him at pick 2 I think was a little aggressive. Round 2, I ended up taking Ladd McConkey. I think he's going to be a beast, wide receiver 1 in that Chargers offense, and is only going to learn from Keenan Allen. Last season, he literally only missed 1 game due to a knee and shoulder sprain, way under the average there. This season, they noticed that he had his thigh wrapped. He probably has a mild groin strain, but he already returned to practice, so I'm not really overly concerned there. Let's go, Lad. Brad took George Kittle, and chat cooked me. I think that's what they said. But I think he's going to be the number 1 receiving target on that San Francisco offense, and I think he's got a shot at being the overall tight end 1. I'm happy with where I took him there. Now I got a wide receiver, running back, and a starting tight end. He missed less than the average for that hamstring last season with 2 games, but I took another hamstring player in round 4. I took Mike Evans. Mike Evans is going to be good, man, because Chris Godwin, his ankle is dust. He had an ankle dislocation. I don't think he's going to be viable this season. Evans and Imuka are the players to get, and Imuka's not going to get the first part of the season, so Evans is going to be my guy. He's such a reliable touchdown target. Round 5, I took the new running back in the Denver offense. Dude, we got Dobbins there, but Dobbins had an Achilles injury, and he missed all the season, was pretty bad the following season. Then last season, he had another MCL injury where he missed 4 games. RJ Harvey, dude, he's taking over that backfield, and I'm very confident in him being a starting running back for me later on in the season. Round 6, I took Patrick Mahomes. That dude doesn't sit out games for injuries. He always comes back firing. I think he's on a revenge tour. He had a patella dislocation and a high ankle sprain, and he barely missed any time for those injuries, which typically take multi-weeks. I think he's going to go on a mission this season. 7, I took Joe Mixon, who honestly was on my do not draft list, but there wasn't really anyone else in that area for me to draft feasibly, and I did need another running back. I'm not worried about Nick Chubb because that dude had 2 major knee injuries, and although I love him as a person, I don't think he's going to be a viable person to take a lot of touches away from Mixon. Mixon is a huge injury risk though, but if he stays healthy, I think I got a starting running back. I picked up Jaden Reed in round 8, who's got a foot sprain, which they said was day-to-day and hoped he'd be ready by the start of the season. Day-to-day means that it's not a Lisfranc sprain, which is the really dangerous midfoot sprain, but it does still mean that it's going to linger. Midfoot sprains that aren't the Lisfranc region do usually keep a player out for about 3 to 4 weeks. I think Jaden Reed will probably miss that first game, but other than Golden, there's no one else really there who's in a competition for targets. So I think he's got a strong shot of being a good flex player for me. Double flex league, I had to start going hard at wide receivers, so I grabbed Keon Coleman. We got Shakir, who's injured with a high ankle sprain. Those typically hold players out for about 3 to 4 weeks, and I do expect a slow start from him. Hopefully that gives Neon Keon some time to earn Josh Allen's trust and build up some reps, both as a deep threat and both in the slot. Lastly, in round 10, I picked up Rashid Shaheed. He's got that meniscus repair from last season, held him out for the entire season, but he is the wide receiver 1 in that New Orleans offense. The only problem is New Orleans doesn't really have a good quarterback. But if they do pick up a quarterback, he's going to be the wide receiver 1 and possibly a starting flex for me. As promised, here is rounds 1 through 12 in this creators league of over 3 million to 4 million followers. Hope you guys enjoy this. Hit it with a follow.